Hello everyone, my name is Fanihan and welcome to Eldest's guide on Azikel, aka a teleporting bipolar laser demon. So let's start off by learning his movesets. Azikel has two modes, red and white, signaled by the symbol on his back. Some of his moveset will change depending on what is the color of the symbol before the attack. Azikel has two melee attacks. When his symbol is red, he will do a slash in an arc towards your location. When his symbol is white, he will do a thrust or jabbing attack to you. His next attack is what I called a sun attack, where he created a laser beam in all directions around him. The beam will strike twice for each color. When the symbol is red, he will do the red beam first, followed by the white beam, and vice versa. His next attack is a laser sweep. When his symbol is red, Azikel will blast a laser downward, then sweep the laser 90° clockwise or counterclockwise, depending on your current location. When the symbol is white, Azikel will create two horizontal lasers on his left and right. Then, each one of them will sweep to his front. Azikel's next attack is what I called a Purge. He will divide the whole boss room into two with him in the middle. His left side will be the white area, his right side will be the red area. Then, he will create an area of effect damage to one half of the room he chose for several seconds. Which area he will purge depends on the color of his symbols. If it's red, he will purge the right side. If it's white, he will purge the left side. Azikel can also teleport around the room, seemingly at random. Though he will prefer to teleport before his melee attack to get closer to you, and to the top of the room before doing the laser sweep. But sometimes he can also teleport to the same location he's been. Azikel's last ability is a little bit complicated. In order to explain this, I will divide the ability into two, preparation phase and execution phase. In his preparation phase, Azikel will randomly drop a pointer on the room, marked by a glowing floor. After several seconds, a lightning will drop on the glowing floor, creating a pointer, and damage you if you're on that location. After that initial drop, the pointer is harmless. The pointer will be dropped randomly every 7 to 16 seconds on random order of color. When there are at least two red and one white pointer, his next attack will be the execution phase. During the execution phase, all red pointers will form a plus sign lasers across the entire room. The white pointers will form a vertical laser which spins 180°. After the spin is over, all pointers will disappear, and the cycle begins again. There is one caveat though, which is that the amount of pointers dropped can vary. Most of the time, it's 2 red and 1 white, but it can be up to 3 red and 2 white, which makes this attack even more difficult to dodge. When Azikel's health drops below half, he will enter the second phase. The cooldown between his attack is slightly reduced, and some of his attacks are more difficult to dodge. For example, Sun attack will rotate clockwise. Purge will now purge another side of the room after the first purge. Laser sweep will add one extra sweep. When it's red, after sweeping 90°, Azikel will sweep it 180° to the opposite direction. When it's white, after sweeping to his front, he will sweep it again to its original position. Now let's move on to the tips on dodging. As a general rule, timing your dodge is the key. You will need to use your dodge roll to avoid being hit. Always pay attention of Azikel's symbol to know his next attack. You only need to worry about red slash. The white thrust rarely hits you. Otherwise, this attack is easiest to dodge because it has a rather short range. For the first phase, there is a sweet spot between both red and white lasers where none of the lasers will hit you. For the second phase, it will be difficult to attack him and not taking damage. I found that having some distance and timing your dodge roll through the rotating lasers will give you the best chance on avoiding his lasers. There is a small gap between both halves of the purge area. Position yourself directly in front of or behind Azikel to avoid being hit, and hit him as much as you can. This is the best chance you'll have to deal damage to him. Timing your dodge roll is the only tip I can give you, since there is no safe place in the room during this attack. At first, it will be difficult to time your dodge correctly, but once you get used to it, it's not that hard to dodge. For the second phase, immediately dodge again after your dodge animation is complete, because the laser moves very fast. In the preparation phase, you shouldn't worry too much about the lightning. As long as you keep moving, it's almost impossible to get hit by it. In the execution phase, it's worth to just let the rotating white laser hit you. Usually, there's only one laser, and since it only rotates 180 degrees, that means you can only be hit once. Dodge roll through the white laser might expose yourself to get hit by the red grid laser, especially if you are caught in a small cell of red lasers. Now let's move on to what you should practice. As a general rule, most of you can try this boss in this game. I certainly didn't. In the first several death runs, you should focus on learning his pattern and try to survive first. Take a deep breath, prepare 2 hours to fight this boss, and try until you succeed. Take breaks if you are frustrated. Other than that, here are some things you need to practice while trying to defeat this boss. Your dodging timing, reflect on seeing his color, stay close to him, don't forget to use the hard attack and break to deal massive damage instantly, and in the final game, you might want to change your setups to help make this boss easier. And that's pretty much it. So, do you find this guide useful? If so, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more guides. If you have any other tips, please feel free to share it with other players in the comment down below, or just sharing how many deaths before you succeed on this boss. And with that, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.